Launch. God damn it. We're doing a live. We're doing a live. What is up, a-holes? Ooh, this is I think this is a rather appropriate one to smoke. I think I've had it before. It is a closing hour. Still remember a year ago. I don't think it was on camera, but I was doing the show. Hey, Space Texan is here. I'm assuming he's harassing his neighbors with whatever things that go up. They go up and blow up, or whatever you call it. That's what my old hometown used to call it. Yeah, I've had this one before. Gatekeeper. It's an Alec Bradley product, actually. Gatekeeper Robusto. In case anyone was wondering, I was going to start early, but there was another streamer. What the hell is her name? Thought Commodity. And she capitalizes random ass parts of her YouTube channel. Okay. Now, I'm no big YouTuber, okay? I've got, what was the last to check, 133 subscribers, and thank all of you guys who have subscribed here. Or there's just kind of like Terrence Pop or Resting Blues. I think he showed up here every once in a while, so he actually would be an active one. But all the active people like Space Texan, Dark, Sport Brand, all you guys, Atham. Thank all you guys who actively come here to watch the show. Some people, they just do it just to help you out. I really do appreciate that. All right. I got emails I need to attend to, apparently. Because I don't have enough to deal with. So here it's the eve of, probably the most important holiday in American history for the obvious reasons, and that keeps getting brought up it was brought up by Dark earlier today. And it was brought up by 2AEDU yesterday. Hope everybody goes to check out that channel. There we go. That's much better. One person actually has been missing in action as far as that goes, and this is what I would have told Dark to do, or anybody else. Hey, it's a holiday weekend. If you can go out and enjoy your time, then go ahead. By all means, go ahead and do so. Rhett will be one of them. In case you don't recognize, he finally sent me a hat. It has his logo on it, and I don't mind advertising it, so that's what I'm wearing now. I had trouble with that on Instagram last night. Just lighting issues. But I think for now it's sort of solved. If this ends up falling on me, then then all hell's gonna break loose. As per usual. But at least, the thumbnail that I had, and again, I'm at least, I'm nowhere near, dark light, not dark light discussions after dark. That's what his channel is called. Everybody go check that out. In fact, I refuse to start my show while his is on. Just saying. Just enjoyable to have a chat there. Anyways. Yeah, he'll just he'll go on StreamYard. He'll just put the show on and is like, okay, it's going to start whenever the hell he says it's going to start, and then other things fucking happen. At least I try to give early warning. Okay. I'm trying to figure out when Dark is going to end stream. Okay, I create the stream. It's ready to go. Right? Okay, so when is Dark gonna end his show? It's gonna be soon because he's 3 hours ahead of me, and the guy never fucking sleeps. You know. Okay, it's gonna end at this time. Then okay, switch the time. Give a couple minutes, and it gives you at least a little bit of time. You know, if you've hit the notification bell, if you've not only hit the subscription button, but you hit the notification bell, just so you know. What that does is 30 minutes before your scheduled start time is, it gives everyone the notification that, hey, this jackass is going to go live. And so you get to set a reminder for that. So I at least try to do that. That and like some sort of thumbnail. What was the thumbnail? It was a picture of like me holding this hat. It was right in front of my booze fridge. Which I can give a real good review as far as that goes. But let's get through the comments. We'll be joining you tonight. Space Tex is going to do his own thing. Oh, and speaking of the devil, everybody go check out this channel, DLD After Dark. He streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when he is awake. Usually he's supposed to start, originally he's supposed to start at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, but there's been a lot of times where he just kind of starts a little bit later than that, so just keep that in mind. Jesus, you weren't kidding. She was off of, what was it, Thought Commodity, which, okay. Again, I am no big personality here, okay? And look, just for posterity's sake, I wasn't trying to post listeners from her channel. In fact, I had just subscribed to it. I just found out about it. And it's nice to have somebody who's around who does kind of like nice streams, like sort of like what I do, because this is my off time. You know, I said, hey, I gotta go. I got my own stream scheduled, so I'm gonna go attend to that. If you guys want to attend it, you know, after I don't know what name she goes by. Is it Thought or Commodity? I'm just asking for a friend. But you know, after she's done, and maybe she's done right now, so maybe that's the case. I was like, hey, after, hey, you want someone else to tune into? Then I'll be live here. I wasn't trying to poach any of her listeners or anything, but I do appreciate you showing up. I do. There's an art to smoke a cigars that I am learning. Riggs! Hello, fellas. Riggs, he's coming over. And in case you guys don't know, everybody go check out Terrence Pop's channel. Terrence Pop with 2 P's at the end. Man of my word. Okay, I didn't even think to ask what your gender was, but I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Good person is a good person. Name is Mega Jean. Her show is Thought Commodity. Yeah, and it's spelled kind of weird. So I don't know. I haven't tried typing it in. I just clicked the link that Mike from Boston, who I know from Kevin and Sales, who was a sponsor here at some point, but then he started charging people like it was like $20 to show up on his live stream. It was like, and I don't fuck with that noise. But we're still in contact. But I heard of her from Mike from Boston, and hey, you know what? Yeah, she does late night streams. Hey, I'd love to tune into streams like that, especially since I'm usually working, or as you can see, I'm streaming myself. So I appreciate her giving me the shout out that she did on her program while she was talking to other people about different things. That is very much appreciated. So hopefully, hey, relatively new to that stream, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Honestly, I would have hoped that, and this isn't to disparage myself or anyone else here, but I hope you guys weren't tuning in. Why? Because I would hope you guys are out enjoying your time, enjoying the relative freedom that we have now again. More on that coming up in a moment. And enjoy time with your family, your friends, whether that's barbecuing, whether that's drinking. I hope that's not even a question. If it is, no judgment. Maybe playing with things that go up and blow up, as they're usually banned in the cities. And overall having good time, unlike Dark Eater, because apparently he made his own explosives and ended up blowing up in his hand. He actually got a pretty good picture of it. It's on his chat. It was a good shot, by the way. No pun intended. There goes a can. It's time for beer. I want beer, damn it. Do I have anything to open it with around here? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Butterfly bottle opener. What's the beer tonight? I talked about this earlier in the chat. This is going to be the beer for tonight. Got a 6-pack of them. Elysian Men's Room Original Red. Going right into the Wingman Brewers glass. Only time I visited was when me and not Hot Russian X, me and Bolacast, we were pre-gaming before those. Like, hey, we're going to visit this fucking brewery, and we're going to do it the way I normally do it. And that's, we're going to get a sampler of every goddamn beer they have there, and we're going to enjoy every single one of them. And of course, immediately after we fucking visit that, they come out with the peanut butter porter version of their P51 porter. Like, fuck. Spent the day in the sidecar with my younger siblings, then came home to see my baby sister's turtle burned in. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm not sure if I should ask more details on that, but all right. I hope everybody's okay. Holy shit, look who showed up. The Safety Doc Podcast, David Perotin himself. Everybody go check out that channel. He's almost finished with the second book that he has that needs to be published. And he'll be back to live streaming again at some point. And I can't wait till he gets back to live streaming so I can go harass his chat too, just like everyone else's. I miss the Safety Doc Podcast, man. It's awesome. It's awesome tuning in live. It really is. Doc, I don't know if you knew this. So the one and only, so actually, yeah, I guess it was the second. I visited twice, and this is because I was going to visit Nick Shoelander. NickShoelander.com if you want marketing or online marketing, by the way. I only know about this one because you brought it up, and then Nick brought it because that's where he normally shops. So the first time we're going, this is when I was picking him up to go to Salt Lake. They had the mask thing, and he asked me if I wanted to come in. I was like, no, because one, I already got what I need. Two, I'm not playing this fucking game. But the second time, he wanted me to evaluate what he was taking in as far as the diet goes, particularly his choice of breads. Uh, so I had to go in, but I ended up wearing like pretty much it was the helmet and respirator at the time, and I didn't even put the splash guards or color it or anything, back then. Late 2021. Okay, he's running behind. Okay. Doc, you wanted to come on the show at some point, by the way, so you're always welcome. In fact, why don't I do this now? Look, I don't know. Just a heads up. This is one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Hey, I don't know how long this stream is going to go for. I got plenty of beers in case you want to keep going. But I may or may not want to go check out, now my 134 subscribers. Okay, I'm going to assume that's what's his name? G'd Up Quinn. Thank you. Let me turn this down so we don't have any feedback. Three thumbs up. Thanks, guys, by the way. God damn it. I have to do things a little bit weird. Just no problem, man. Oh, geez. I'm sorry to hear that. Brother had he had a turtle which ended up unnamed, and he had it for a little while, and it escaped his tank, and yeah, it ended up dying. And he did bury it in the backyard, and his little tombstone he had there was "Rest in peace," unnamed turtle. So at least he cared that much as far as that goes. So I totally feel it. It's not nice having a pet pass. It really isn't. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is. Give me a second. Brave browser isn't working because, of course, the Brave browser isn't working. Everybody was in support of the Brave browser like way early when everybody was against Chrome and all that stuff. And I understand why everyone was against Chrome. Yeah, come on. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. It's always nice to have the option. There we go. Now it's working. Second. Copy the clipboard. We go back to YouTube's. I go to the live chats. What in the fuck is this shit? I must have clicked on the wrong thing. What the hell? I don't blame me. Want to get over that. Yeah, things here, they more or less have gone back to normal. And by normal, I mean before all the bullshit pandemic stuff. God damn it. There we go. It should be copied now. Okay, we'll see how that fucking works. Whatever. So June 30th is the day that, okay, June 29th, Mayor Durkin, the benevolent emperor of Seattle, Empress, sorry, she declared this bullshit to be over. And in the rest of Washington, the day after June 30th, pretty much the same thing. Okay, so I've gotten to see what the fucking difference is. It's almost alien-like, just because I'm used to going outside. I'm used to seeing people with masks on and all this other bullshit. And I was like, okay, cool. We got cute chicks that are out there. Like, the summer of 2019, I think, is the last time we had that. Was it a thing in 2020? They were sort of out there, but they were all covered up and everything. And so, couldn't really tell. I don't know what the fuck that is. Let me try this again. You got any homemade booze? I don't have any homemade booze, Riggs. Go ahead and highlight that comment. So here's what I'm going to cut all that other bullshit out and just throw that in, and that should be enough. That should be the link if anybody wants to join in. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I actually do want to explore at least do a recon as far as, oh, can I put myself in timeout? Okay. Wasn't there a way to pin my fucking comment? Apparently not. Okay, so that's the closest I can come to pinning my comment. But yeah, like the last couple of weeks, it was, and even today, it was just like, chicks are out in force. Now, Seattle kind of sucks as far as the bar scene goes, as even the club scene goes. I don't know much about the clubs out here, but the way they fucking act, for the most part, it really isn't worth it to spend your night out there. It doesn't matter where you go. Downtown, Belltown, East Lake, even Fremont, which is north of Salt Lake Union. It's like, for the most part, they're pretty standoffish. The Seattle Freeze thing, that is a fucking thing. And so it really isn't worth my time. Like, okay, I can get an Airbnb out there. It'd be like $40-$50 or something, depending on where you go. Experience Seattle proper. You know what? I would actually rather explore Portland proper. And that's the area that's even worse as far as the whole BLM bullshit. all the checkpoints that they have out there. I'd rather go through that because at least they're a little bit more warm and open and willing to talk to you and all that stuff. Now, at least here outside Seattle, like Auburn as a city, had quite a bit of luck with. In fact, that's where I met quite a few people. You know, the endowed blonde nurse who should be out here by now, actually. She's supposed to be out here by the end of June. She just hasn't messaged me back. Of course, that's where I met Bowl of Chaos, the lesbian slump buster who used to live literally around the corner from where I used to live. Jen the Dog Walker, who I met on a men's room event. I think it was Red Fest, at least at the time. We had our own shenanigans as far as that goes. And then the girl that was like a week away from turning 22 who looked like Dare Taylor. Look her up. Dare Taylor Official on Instagram. Because, of course, she needs the publicity from a little channel like me. Still talk to her every once in a while. She's down in LA. Yeah, that girl basically had the body of her damn near to a T. Only difference is, like, obviously the facial features are different. She had blue eyes instead of hazel, whatever the fuck that Dare has. And her hair was curly and longer. Dare kind of has a little bit of shorter hair. Riggs, I can't be bothered to chase skirt at the bars anymore. I usually got better stuff to do, and when I do, I'd rather watch the fellas on here. You, Hamster Pop, and Coach Rig Adams. Hey, that's a good shout out, Coach Rig Adams. He's had good content out recently. Hey, you know what? The fact that you put me on the list with these guys, I mean, that's a real fucking honor there, Riggs. I really appreciate that. In fact, I just come on here and I'm just basically, I'm just here to kind of hang out and drink and smoke and talk to whoever the fuck wants to show up here. The fact that you put me on the list, that means a lot. And thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. The fact that you want to spend that kind of time here, you know, that says a lot. Now, I was expecting to hear more fireworks sounds here, but I'm hearing more motorcycle sound. I think that's Kim Pachi with his motorcycle. He has like a Harley Davidson or something. He's been on fire on his morning shows. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm keeping the StreamYard thing pinned, so if anybody wants to join. But I'll keep reading the comments as they come in. So, Riggs, throw in as many comments as you want. So he's taking off and doing whatever he's doing. Yeah, apparently things are getting back to normal. I don't know how the little bar crawl that I was so happy a year ago is going to be. I don't know. I did my own recon the other day. Just walking by, seeing if they have the signs up. This is well past the period where most, if not all, the mandates are lifted, and pretty much they're voluntary now at this point. Whether it's the mask thing or whether it's having, the holy injection, and the records say you have the holy injection. All that's voluntary. So it's up to the private businesses to actually enforce that if they want to. but it's not required anymore. It's not a state thing anymore. And I think is the federal thing that's still required. You still have to have it on public transportation. That includes buses. That includes airplanes. Again, why do you drive everywhere, Bacon? I don't know, because I don't want to have to deal with shit like this even before this was a fucking thing. We'll see how that goes later in the month. Supposed to be flying down to one of the southern states to help Candy drive back up here. We'll see if that ever ends up happening. Discussion I got to have with her at some point about other things going on. Supposed to have that tonight, but it didn't happen because reasons. But we'll get to it. Anyways. But statewide, everything is open. I look on Google Maps and I see, what are the closing times? What are the policies? Masks still required in most places. And the closing times, they haven't changed. So I don't know if it has been updated. So as a closeout here, this is pretty early in the evening for me, just so you know. But once I close out here, if it's regular hours again, then they'll be open. So I'll be there. If not, I'm just going to do a kind of recon pass. Are they still doing the same bullshit? If they are, then they're dead to me forever, basically, and I'm not going to go back. I'll just keep doing the fucking show here. For whoever wants to show up, and I don't see too many people that are here, and that's a good thing, and I hope that it stays that way. Maybe you guys can tune in later, but hopefully you guys are out doing your own thing, barbecuing, shooting off fireworks, celebrating the freedom of this country as the 4th of July was meant to be. As I am now, I'm where I want to be. I want to be here talking to you guys. Drinking a beer, smoking a cigar, and having a good time talking to you. That's where I want to be. But I'll at least get out some recon. We'll see. Then there's a couple places that say they're at least open till 2 a.m., that should be the fucking minimum as far as, places to visit on a Saturday night. Especially when maximum of 5 minutes walking home as opposed to an hour walking from the other place. Not an hour, maybe about 30 minutes. Mile and a half, whatever the hell that is. That's what the other place was. Come on, it's wind down time, and what you do, Chief. The laid back, chill, talking with us and having a brew is perfect for the situation. Yeah, that's what I like doing. That is not from the reservation, by the way. That is somewhere close by. Yeah, we're all going to ban fireworks. Yeah, of course, that's going to fucking happen, right? I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not even broadcasting, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hearing all kinds of shit going off. By the way, Candy apparently does not like dealing with fireworks. But the reason is because she had dogs and all that stuff, and dogs don't do well with fireworks and all that stuff. So I can understand why she doesn't like them. I mean, there's that, and then there's the Green Beret guy that we had in our class, who obviously, for obvious reasons, does not like 4th of July because way too close to pew-pew sounds. You can tell the difference between fireworks and gunshots, but still close enough. At least I escaped that. I don't have PTSD from gunfire, even though I had to deal with a lot of it. The physical fighting, though, like if things get physical, that actually does fuck with me. It really does. Just so you know, or even the threat of it. And me and her, we actually talked about that. Like, and I understand I understood where she's coming from. Hey, if anything happens to her, then other people are going to do things. I get it. But, you keep repeating it. It's like, hey, look, you're triggering certain things in me, and I don't think you want them triggered. I'm just saying. Don't worry, that's something that has been since solved. So, but yeah, I totally understand. Like, hey, you can't enjoy the actual holiday of 4th of July, where everybody's shooting off explosives. And apparently there's a fucking traffic jam out there based on the honking. But you've been in that kind of common situation. Like, I totally understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. Because I kind of understand it myself. I'm not going to equate it to the level that people who have been in the service, especially the special forces, I don't know if you knew this, Green Berets kind of special forces. Last I heard, this guy went onto the SEALs. So, even more so, I would imagine. Yeah, wanted to go into your basement because 4th of July and the sounds that accompany it. I understand. I had my own fucking tricks. I had a fucking episode the other week that Candy had happened to be on the receiving end of. And I'm sorry that she had to be ending up on the receiving end of it. Yeah, that shit, it sucks. It sucks dealing with. Have I been to therapy? No, I haven't. I don't want to either. I don't want to be dependent on anything like that. By the way, I don't know if you know anything about like people who are therapists. Like most of them, they're more fucked up than the people they're treating. I knew that from the age of 11 when I actually had to fucking deal with them the first fucking time. Where they wanted to put me on, what was it, SSRIs, and my mom actually saved me and she just put me on Advil instead. I got saved from that. Tell you what you will about my mom and her choices of, maybe the people that she decided to have kids with and then broke up with. Okay, maybe those are questionable choices. She made sure I didn't have to fucking deal with a lot of shit that, the other millennials here have to deal with today. I'm happy that my vices are alcohol. Cheers, fuckers. And tobacco. Cheers, fuckers. I'm happy that that's it. And these are the choices that I've made. I'm not dependent on antidepressants. I'm not dependent on SSRIs. I'm not dependent on anything else that's prescription based. I refuse to fucking do that. Because that's what usually is like, okay, I got this problem and this is why. Okay, take this pill and all is good. That's what a lot of doctors have been doing to this nation. That's what they have been doing. Why do you think that's one of the reasons things have been bad? And okay, that's only a symptom. I understand that. But there's a reason it keeps fucking happening. On Fire Mini, he's not holding back as much as he does on his normal stuff. Very tame and truthful. You talking about Terrence Pop or me? Oh, and that's nice. You know what? Okay. I'm going to click on it because I don't think anyone's going to join in anyways. You guys go look back up and find a StreamYard link if you want to join in. When we let light fireworks with the army guy in the neighborhood know ahead of time to be considered as PTSD, that's a very nice thing for you to do. So clearly that guy, he was not just some podunk army guy. He actually spent time on an FOB or literally in the front lines and had to take incoming fire. He was in a two-way rifle range at some point. So I could totally understand why he would not want, as much as he probably appreciates the the holiday and why people celebrate it and whatever, he doesn't want to be a part of it. I totally understand that. A ranger guy, the same way. He has to go into his basement for that. He can't take it at all. If you can't know yourself, like I think her father was, her father served in the army as well. So did mine. In fact, that's why he's up here. He was stationed. It's now called Joint Base Lewis McChord, but I don't think it was just Fort Lewis at the time. And he spent time in Germany. He spent time in either Iraq or Afghanistan. I can't remember which one. I think he's okay with the fireworks. He didn't spend too much time getting shot at. So he's okay. They are a ranger buddy for obvious reasons. He has more issues with that. And so, totally understand. We all have our triggers. We all do. I have my own fucking triggers. You start threatening me with shit and I think it's fucking serious, then I start taking it seriously. Threat of physical combat is a threat of physical combat, and I can't fucking deal with that. I can't. So that's mine. Fireworks I can deal with because I grew up with them, and I've been in a few gunfights. Let's just put it that way. In fact, there was one that I should have ever survived because I was just kind of biking through it at the age of 6 that my grandma came out running. Keep this in mind about my grandma. She's gone now. But at the time, she didn't have any cartilage in her knees. She could barely use a fucking cane, at least at the time. It escalated into her having a walker. Along with having a wheelchair, electric chair, and a ramp brought in or built so she could get into and out of her car. Yes, she actually fucking drove during that time. And yes, it was terrifying. At that time, still remember, I'm just biking around. I just learned how to use a bike with 2 wheels. Not 3, not with training wheels or whatever, but 2 wheels. I'm hearing the pop pop sounds. Don't even know what they are. I'm seeing people running around. And then I see my grandma running outside, calling my fucking name. Obviously, the government, I'm 6 at the time. I'm not baking by that time. Okay. That comes much later. She comes, grabs me, drags me backside, runs again. Again, she at the time was barely able to run around. She was barely able to walk with her cane. She came running. And then she has us both kind of on the ground, like standard procedure if there's a drive-by going on. You minimize your target profile, so to speak. So her holders are on the ground, even though, for the most part, the places in LA, they're at least about 2 feet above ground, so you have a crawl space uh, get into the deal with appliances. You're still a couple feet up. Um, but your target thing, in case there's a stray bullet that comes through, you're still at least mitigating that. No bullets ended up hitting the house, thank God. Or gods. I don't know what you guys believe in. But we stay holed up there. Police obviously come by afterwards after the gun battle is done. They were there for a while. Obviously, they're marking things, like where the bullet casings landed, where any bodies were, sadly they had departed their meat suits. So it's just the bodies. And all the other stuff. So by the time my mom gets there, getting into her car, she has her 87 or 88 Nissan Sentra, something like that. Still remember the plate numbers. I'm not going to give them out here. I have affinity with numbers and stuff like that, so I just kind of have that going for me. She pulls up around 6 o'clock or so. She get off at 5 o'clock at that time. She was showed up at my grandma's by 6 o'clock to pick us up. And I remember going outside. Not only were there bullet casing markings on the driveway, there was a chalk outline on the driveway of my grandmother's place in Inglewood. That happened. I remember it well. Yes, I was 6 at the time. I still remember it. Mom had to park off of the street, if I remember correctly. We had to walk back to it. She was parked at a space I was parked at a lot. There's a street light right off of there that I used to repair my bike off, and I used to park my car at when I was caretaking for her. My grandmother, I mean. And yeah, that's where she parked. And yeah, it was fucking wild. I didn't quite understand it at the time. I kind of understood it. I knew what a chalk outline meant. I knew what the bullet casings meant. I didn't quite get the gravity of the situation, though. Obviously, now I do. There you go. Space Texan is back, and I thought he was harassing people with his fireworks, but he's apparently here. Space Texan, how you doing? I gotta go see that asshole at some point. I gotta go see him. Just go hang out with him. I think you in Dallas to San Antonio or something. Just let me know. I might be passing through that way at some point, so let me know. Got a buddy named Mary Jo. She's with like the love of her life apparently, even though she has my number and all that stuff. Real sexy Mexican chick, and she has a kid, but whatever. Hey, I might be able to stay at her place. We can figure that out. I don't know. Texas is a big place. Let me know where you are. Well, like that's Literally, bike. I literally rode a bike through a fucking gunfight. Literally did. Shit happens, man. Trailer looks like a lot like a trailer mine had when I was a kid. What trailer? Are you talking about a trailer like a commercial or something? I'm sure we mean. Kids can get it without getting it. No, yeah. Well, that's kind of what happened. Look, yeah, I know something's going on, but then you don't exactly know what's going on. So you're still biking through all this bullshit. So I'm in the boonies. Okay, yeah, that might be a little bit hard to figure out, but I'm willing to do it. Space texting, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. By the way, you missed the fucking chat that it was Thursday, I believe. John Kimball, John Kimball, he was doing all this gay shit at some point, and I wasn't defending myself because there's no defending yourself as far as that goes. I'm just rolling with it, and it's like, hey, he's coming out as being gay. I was like, well, I never said I was gay. I'm just rolling with what the fuck you're doing. He didn't do it tonight, but oh, you missed that. God, if you had shown up there, then that would have been game over. Like everyone would have thought I was batting for the other fucking team, even though like every fucking chat that I have is like, I'm always talking about fucking with some goddamn female person. And the consequences of that. Every fucking one is. How do you misstep that? John Rice is here. I'm in whatever the fuck that is. What's everybody doing tonight, by the way? And my thing was I was going to end the stream at, fairly early. I was actually going to at least pull recon in my area, see if the mask thing has actually been lifted because they never updated it on the apps or whatever. And see if that's actually a viable thing. Again, I like to get out there. I like to actually talk to people. But ever since what happened last year, it's like, I can satiate that need here without having to deal with all that bullshit that was required to deal with people in person. But online does not beat in person in damn near any shape. Again, ever visit Space Texan or visit Candy or anybody else, it's in person always beats it. It was just the rules of engagement that fucked things up. Hopefully those are gone by now. One of the things I did want to talk about, most of that shit apparently is supposed to be gone by now. I did my recon the other day around here. For the most part, it looks like it's gone. It just hasn't been updated in the apps or whatever. And so we'll go see what that's like. Maybe I'll take you guys on a tour of that. I don't know. Anybody wants to take a tour of the area? Hey, if you guys want me to do a live stream of the local place here, you put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 0. Corpus Christi, I've heard good things about. Thanks, Texan. Hey, Space, you don't have to highlight me. I can't see it anyways. And by the way, just so you know, if somebody's running a live stream, we can't see if you've highlighted it. You can only see if you're a guest or you're like where you are Space Texting, like you're in the comment section. Like if I highlight you and you're in the comment section, I'm in the comment section, you can see that. But if I'm streaming like I am now, I could see what you wrote, but it doesn't highlight it. Just a little bit of insider knowledge. To me, stream under a trailer house because my aunt had a trailer that had the same him. No, I'm in the third story attic unit, Space Texan. It's a fourplex, and I'm in the auxiliary unit basically, and it's all the way at the top. I also happen to be at the center of my street, so I have the best sniper unit here basically possible. The way you fuck with me, I mean, you told me about all this shit before. Like, you're just fucking with me, whatever. But yeah, if anybody was looking out from the outside in, yeah, people would have a hard time figuring that out. But no, you're good people. I don't care what you're doing there. Space Texting, you're good people. You are good people, man. Just saying. I don't care what you're rocking downstairs, even though I know. And I don't care what you're seeking from someone else who's rocking whatever downstairs. Again, I know. But you're good people nonetheless. Like, the fact that you can actually play around that shit, you know, that's a good sign. Especially for someone who's in Texas. You don't meet a lot of people who can actually pull that kind of shit that you do in Texas, but you managed to do it. So you keep on doing you, man. I'm just saying. Love to have a beer with you today. Trust me, I'll actually bring my own, along with whatever booze I'm drinking at the time. Yes, I'm always traveling with booze. Gotta love the wood pounding they use in those trailer houses, grilled in the '70s, single wine. Fuck, I forgot about that. Well, actually, I wouldn't know because I don't know how old you are, Riggs Jr. I was born in the mid to late '80s, so wood paneling is actually kind of new. Like, this place actually does have wood paneling, and I really like it. But I never grew up with it. The only other place that had wood paneling was a place that was kind of on the hills in June Lake, and it was the grandfather unit of a mansion fourplex that was used basically, you know, if the owners weren't there, it was used kind of as a rental for people who wanted to vacation there, basically. And I got to tour the whole place. So it's a pretty fucking awesome place. But I was with Hot Russian X at the time. Like, the grandfather unit that was there, it was nice. It was a nice standalone unit that had, you know, its own propane tank, its own kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, other room that was the entrance room that had the walk-in closet and all that other stuff. It was nice. So that's where I had the wooden panels and stuff. And now I have them again. It's kind of nice. You're right about that. God damn it. Where did I leave off? My sister drink beer, wine, and wine coolers. Casually watching the internship. Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. Okay. Hey, you got a sister that you're okay with watching with. That's cool. Show night, just adjusting the day shift sleep schedule after a week of nights. Jeez. I could imagine how rough that could be. See, one of those trailer houses, just smell them. Nostalgia! Although I mostly grew up in camper trailers and literal shops. Oh my. Really? Space Texan. I'll watch whatever you put out, baby. Jesus Christ. See, exactly. That's that kind of play that he fucking likes to do. Space, you got a partner? Or are you married with kids or something like that? I'm just curious. I'm just asking for a friend. Do you like doing that shit for fun? Now, you know, it doesn't weird me out. Like, I'm cool with it, but I wonder if you did it to other people, like just for fun. Like, does it ever wig out anyone else? No, I needed to talk to this. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Where Yankee Marshall sees the highlighting and demands it. Okay. From working during the stream you're trying to do, I'll catch it after work. So, yeah, whatever works for you, man. Yeah, if you want to catch it later or you want to catch it live, let's not apply that to gonorrhea. Yeah, whatever works for you, man. Man, again, the reason I started doing this is because like there wasn't anywhere to go. There was no bar to go to. Like right now, it's 11:16 or 11:14 or wherever the fuck it is, and like shit was closed down. So why not do this? That's where this came from. That's where the End Times Report came from, which is still doing Instagram, by the way. Follow me at the goddamn bacon, all one word. I was like, yeah. But now things are opened up. And since work closes really early for me, I left work at like, it was like 8:40 something. And that was even sooner than the 8:30 that I scheduled. And it actually was to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, we're saying, hey, it's still steady here. Go ahead. And that usually means like, there's nothing going on. No, actually, it was bad enough that usually they assign me an extra hour, but they just went ahead and signed me out this time. And 4th of July, Saturday. Is anyone shocked about this? I'm just happy I made my gas money. What's up, Bob? Thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you. Talk to my sexuality. Yeah, I noticed that. I would put some lotion on his skin. Christ. Yeah. Can't be drunk with a cooler full of beer. I was born in the early 70s. Okay. You got quite a few years on me then. I'm mid to late 80s, so. Riggs! August 1988. I have a year on you, literally. Mama's a 1970 single wide, and Grandma had a 1978 single wide. I always heard about double wides. That was like 800 square feet or something, if I remember correctly. Sure what he means. Bathrooms with a terrible olive green. Me and my sister are right. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you and your sister are okay there. Nice trailers back then. Oh, nice trailers, not ice. Trying to keep up with the comments here. 73 single wide on a slab in the 90s and kicked ass with a wood stove. Wood stove! That is fucking awesome! That's awesome. The place that I had in June Lake that was on the hill, it wasn't the barracks that we had initially moved in, but it was the one that we had moved out to. It had a wood stove, and we had gotten a cord of wood. We burned through maybe about a quarter of it, and we had to sell the rest of it. Which I had to pack myself, by the way, because Hot Russian Next Shoe was working at Gull Lake, at the Gull Lake Shopping Center, whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, that kind of saved our asses, some point. But yeah, that's one of the things. Like, okay, kind of nice to have a wood burning stove. That I do want to have whenever I get my own goddamn place or get my double decker bus or whatever. I want that built in. I don't care what that's going to take, but it's going to happen. I'm with, in quotation marks, a chick from Canada. We've been talking since I was like 19, but she is talking about getting the Vax Plus. We've been degrading for years. Okay, well, is she trying to make you get the Vax? Okay, she wants to get it, that's fine. My body, my choice, after all. If she's trying to get you to do it, then that's a different story. Yeah. Told her from the beginning I wasn't going to go anywhere. I couldn't legally carry a gun, but blade personal shit. Yeah, well, that's okay. So you're never going to visit her in Canada. That's what that means. But look, you know what? If you're digging her down right, if you're doing what you need to be doing as a man, then you don't have to worry about that. She's going to fall in line with whatever the hell you got going on. Ask me how I know. Now, she wants to get the vax. Okay. It's not like I blame her for that. Look, women are more predetermined to be on the safe side of things. So I can understand, like of what I've been looking at, and I don't look in the dating site shit all that often anymore because let's just face facts, I don't wanna. But if you've been on there, you've probably seen, I got the jab, I've got the vax, they get those stickers and all that other stuff. And that's up there. That's the women are advertising that, but I can't blame them because they're being safe. Now, what consequences come after that? Trouble-wise for trailer trash money. What consequences come with that? Well, we're going to see what that's like later down the line. I've highlighted some of the ones. I'm going to take a wild fucking guess. Based on what I'm hearing, they're not going to be able to bear children later. Whether they want to or not. Now, I don't think Candy wants to bear children. She keeps getting her own birth control. If she's totally okay with the birth control that I have going on here, which is more or less permanent, and so that's fine. But for anyone else, it's, God, do you want to have a family? Well, too fucking bad. We're literally watching pregnancies being terminated as people were getting their holy injections. Had a hot wood stove once, and we burned treated wood and all sorts of shit to stay warm. Eyes burning, throat hurting. Okay, you didn't have good ventilation. At least we had good ventilation where we were. It ventilated pretty well, so I didn't have that problem. I'm country like that. I've had ramen noodles on the barbecue pit. Jesus Christ. Made mine a double with skids. Build deck in the room from free skids from work. Nice oak and some skids. Fucking A, Canadian. Are you in Canada, Bob? Do me a favor and answer that before I close out here. Atham will deck you up because he doesn't have anything going on. He's working in Reno or something. Thank you, Briggs, for saying hi to Atham. Everybody go check out Atham stuff. Oh, wait, he doesn't have it. He just shows up on things. Anybody else believes space sexing as far as this goes? Space. I think you admitted you had a family or something, so there's no way if you have kids, you're not a virgin unless you got. All right, here's the quote, Space. I like how Space Sex is hitting on the other people in the chat too. He isn't just hitting on me, like he's doing with other people too. Well, also it's from DOD After Dark. Everybody go check out DODAfterdark.com. Not .com, but just go check out the YouTube channel. I bet you do. Abe made a joke about that, and I made that joke. It was for AOC, and it was Jack Napier's channel, and he put me on timeout because he thought I was like calling for violence. I'm like, hey, well, this shit is being called against us, so why not return the fucking favor? And these things happen. Whatever. Jack Napier is still a good, cool guy. I think I'm a member there. I'm not a mod there, actually, so whatever. Oh, you are from the USA. Okay, cool. Nice. Northeast. Okay, so you're like Ohio area, Connecticut, New York, Boston, Massachusetts, Delaware, Rhode Island, whatever it is. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, look, I I could be wrong. Maybe I mixed you up with someone else. Space. 150 miles north of Dark. Uh, you don't have to tell us here. Don't worry about that. But I was just curious. That's all. State to state. Okay, what's all right? There's North Carolina. There's Virginia. That's up there. That's where Dark is. And I'm trying to remember what's north of that. There's Tennessee. That's pretty East Coast. Fuck yeah. My geography is failing me. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Santiago has showed up. Apparently, according to the FDA, after the second vaccination from Pfizer Moderna, there's an increased chance of inflammation of the heart. All right. Riggs Jr. wants to face fuck or tit fuck AOC, which I don't blame. I don't blame you. First of all, nice tits. Second of all, do you want a blowjob from that? I'd be a little bit worried. I'm just saying. See here. No, I don't blame you. It's like I've said this. What's his name? DT. The Black Brigade. Go check him out. Go check out that channel. The Black Brigade. Might just be Black Brigade, by the way. So yeah, he calls her eyeballs and teeth. Eyes and teeth, basically. Maybe I'd be willing to take that risk. I'm not totally sure. I'm just saying. Tennessee is not East Coast. Okay. It's somewhere on the East Coast. It's close by. I know I passed through it on the way to getting to North Carolina. When he was going to Chapel Hill, yeah, we passed through that. So it's at least on the way. You know, she is cute. Yeah, she is. She could let her hair down. His wife died minutes out. Jesus Christ, man. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. That's no, it's not okay. I'm sorry that, she either felt the need that she needed to take that, or more likely she was coerced into taking that by her work, or it's something else. But either way, that's a terrible thing to happen. I'm very sorry to hear that. Like I really do feel sorry about you dealing with that kind of loss. I feel bad about, your friend's loss as his wife, for fuck's sake. So hopefully they wanted to spend the rest of their time together forever, and obviously now they can't because this shit happened, and probably got blamed on something else because that's what usually happens. But we all know. All of us here know. And only thing you can do is be there for your friend in his time of need. On the 4th of July, you know. I mean, how do I put that? A lot of us know somebody who they may have passed from COVID. In fact, I've talked about my own folks. They were sick with it Christmas night when I got to visit them. They made it very clear that they will not be able to drive me home afterwards because they were not feeling well, even though they wanted to hold the event anyways. Okay. But they held it anyways. And then the next day, my father had to drive my mom in law to the hospital for what they thought was a kidney infection. And he was sick as well. I'm not sure if I talked about this before, but I'll talk about it here. Turns out she tests positive for, the karate cold. So does he later. He never went to the hospital, but she did. You want to know why she went to the hospital? Because she has had to have kidney transplants. And if you know anything about that, that means she has to go on immunocompromising drugs. Her system is completely immunocompromised. So if anybody should have died from this bullshit, she should have. Instead, she is running around looking better than I think I've ever seen her before. Even today. Her hair's grown back. She's lost weight. She's vital as fuck. So that's where my anger comes as far as this whole COVID bullshit goes. She should have died if this is as deadly as they should have said. If you have no fucking immune system, your chances of, surviving the deadliest virus in history that you have to be tested to know that you have, that should have got her. But no, it didn't. More on that coming later. But she was in the hospital for what, 2-3 days? And she was totally fine afterwards. Shit. I have been seeing that happen. Channel that documents a lot of this shit. People who are in their fucking teens are dying from this shit. People in their fucking teens. For fuck's sakes. And no one's talking about it. So, I'm sorry, man. I really am, Bob. And thank you for tuning in, but look, I really do feel sorry for that kind of loss. It really is. I'm sorry that they took this, whatever version it was, and none of them are really good, really. Even though apparently that's going to be what's required to do air travel at some point. I'm sorry, man. I really am. 10 hours away from Nashville. Okay. So you're a little bit farther away from that. Heart attack. Yeah. That's heart attack, blood clots, strokes, all that kind of stuff. It's always cardiovascular for some fucking reason. A lot of times it is. Standard disc scratchers, no. I want to keep my peg. Jesus. Unlike the father you come from, Riggs. Okay. Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Mictobus is up in that area, actually. So you know. Okay. Space is not wrong about that. Same here. She didn't make it out of farm. It was at a pharmacy. Yeah, they're offering it up here. It's like, hey, free shots. You come to the pharmacy, you come to your local grocery store that actually does have a pharmacy. That's the safe places up here and a couple other places. They have that up here. So yeah, you come in, no appointment necessary, get your free shot. Even some of the places that I'm a vendor from is like they got little handheld signs or whatever that they have made, not handheld but handmade signs, and hey, you just follow these and then you can get your vaccine whenever. Where's in Kentucky? Okay. Even as old weak alcoholic smokers. Maybe antidote. Look, Space Texas, you're not alone in that. I've heard of quite a few people, and there was one person. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was part of the Gary Deal. The Third Man Militia, and she works as a nurse, and she got contaminated with it. She had a sample break on her or something, and she had really bad, side effects from it. But the thing was, like, and this is what I had mentioned, and this is one of the things that got me excommunicated from there because she lost her shit because I said this, like, you're fat, you're overweight, you're metabolically unwell. So of course you had bad effects from this. If it wasn't that, anything else could have fucking taken you out. And I'm glad that, she survived and all other stuff. I'm glad she's okay now. Of course I am. But that can't be understated. She just didn't want to hear it. I felt sick. Jesus, I'm having trouble keeping up. Small taste things, bad cough. Just 3 weeks is supposed to be 2 weeks, or supposed to be more than that. And you're supposed to isolate for 2 weeks. That was the goal to me. It was like 14 days, 2 weeks. Huh. Interesting. I'm just trying to keep up here. How much longer y'all want me to keep going? I can keep going. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to keep going. Because it seemed to be quite a few of you in the chat. Put a 0 if not. Yeah, that was the big talk about that. Yeah, it gets more contagious but less deadly. Delta variant notwithstanding, apparently, because that's going to be the latest fucking scary note. Even though everything is open up here, at least state-wise, maybe not federal-wise, but state-wise, everything's opening up, and it has opened up, but they're still going to keep fucking people. Poke and smoke, Jesus. Don't do it if you don't have to, Riggs. Don't. I'm just saying. I think he's talking about the test here. Christ, I am falling behind. Thank you for your it. Yeah, look, you know what? I mean, I know people who've had it. There are people that are close to me. And so, why wouldn't I be? And look, if there's people that I care about, people who are listening to this, I care about you guys. I care about the people who are in my fucking life. And if I can save any of them, then I will. So, I don't want anybody to be harmed. Not anyone I know about, at least. All you other fucking assholes, yeah, then go right the fuck ahead. Y'all go take that shit all you fucking want. Be popcorn fodder all you want. But Space Texan, John Rice, Atham, Riggs, all you guys. Well, take the time to listen to this chat. Okay, and you guys want me to keep going, apparently. Yeah, they never isolated it. By the way, if you guys know who the Safety Dog program, he was in the chat earlier. He's in Wisconsin, so I'm pretty sure he's tuned out by now. Right, Atham? You know, he had what was it, Carl Hoff on, right? Yeah, he had on a virology expert. In case you didn't know, this is a virus, so having a virology expert that kind of helps as far as that kind of thing goes. He had someone on to actually talk about this. Everybody go check out the Safety Dog podcast. Go look for Carl Hoff. He talked about a lot of stuff, and it's like, it's about as ridiculous as it sounds. It really does. All right. There we go, Space Texan. Thanks, Bob. I really appreciate it. If I live longer than you, Riggs, I kind of want to see that happen. Like, I want to see that show up on the news. Just saying. All right. I think we've caught up with the chat now. Super Bacon, come with the super variant. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, because I'm going to be spreading around that. I vet my women, so I'm very careful with who I actually have sex with. I'm just saying. Even Ken was like, okay, I'm kind of okay with you because you said, okay, it's been 4 years or something that you haven't been with anybody, and now you're looking around. Okay, I'll be okay with you. Just saying. Space Texan is awesome. Oh. Yeah, look. Again, I love looking out for the well-being of all you guys. It's one reason why I do a lot of what I do here. And mostly just talking about other things. Other channels that have more serious shit going on. Okay? We could talk about serious shit here, but I'd rather just sit here and have fun. That's really what I would like to do. And hopefully you guys, are here for that as well. You know where my hands have been. Okay. If you guys have any other topics you want me to bring up here, then let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and cut this. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, as per usual. You guys you have many other things you could be doing right now, or maybe you don't. I don't know. But either way, you spent the time to come here. Spend time with me, just fucking drinking beer and smoking cigars, which I just finished throwing in the water since then. It's just I picked a cigar that wasn't going to take too long to burn anyways. So. Guys, anything else you want to talk about, go ahead and throw it in the chat now. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and call this night. Atham's at work. What cigar was it? It was Wherever the fuck this one was, it's by Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley, so you know, I mean, that's a cigar that's well known around, or a cigar brand that's well known around here. I love their white goads, their blind face, and I think what the hell was Project 40, I think. It's hard to miss with an Alec Bradley. L-E-C Bradley. It's literally one of the best out there. So that's what I've been working with. That's what I just finished smoking. So, and I'm feeling pretty good as far as that goes. That and the beers and the shots and everything else that I had. So it's almost midnight. I'm gonna go take a walk and see how the block is here, and we'll see how that goes. Let's get the rest of your comments. Happy Independence Day! Happy Independence Day to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Bob. I really appreciate it. By the way, there was a couple weeks back where I accidentally fucking swatted you, like while I was modding Dark's chat. My apologies. This shit happens, but doesn't make it okay. So my apologies. Joy, be safe. Later space. Riggs, take care, fella. I'm gonna hop on my rice burger and head home. Whatever gets you home. Doesn't matter. I've had my wars with the Honda people, and yeah, that happened. But you know what? These kind of wars you can get over. Everybody's saying they're getting out of here. Nice. Actually, I do need to get one of those Atham. I do need to get. I've had one on my my Amazon list for the longest. But I've not pulled the trigger on it because I have things going on. Maybe I'll get one now that I know that I'm going to be getting my my off pay basically. Whenever that comes through, I'll be getting one. I'll be getting my own humidor, so I won't have just my cigars kind of like in packs over there. Just doing whatever. And I have one that actually is kind of a humidor pack, but it was a one-off thing. So, oh, good. Yeah, thanks for being understanding. Walter is here. He's here at the end of the fucking chat. Okay. Can I send you a link of what I got? Send it via Instagram. You have my Instagram and you have my text. You have my number, so you can text it to me as well. Nothing but good reviews. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I have my own brand that I'm looking at, but yeah, if you've got one that, it's got good reviews and all that other shit, then look, the best that I can get, then that's what I'm gonna get. All right. Last minute or so. Still drinking my beer, so. Look, hey, you fuckers go out and enjoy your fucking Saturday night, okay? It's still Saturday night, at least here. And fuck it, if you want to consider this Sunday morning, then enjoy your fucking Sunday morning, okay? And then enjoy whatever comes afterwards. Look, people bled and died for you to enjoy this fucking freedom that you have now that is still being threatened to be taken away at any moment. So enjoy it while you have. Yes, you're right. Damn it. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. And that's what she said, by the way. Enjoy your fucking time. You take nothing else away from this holiday. 2Days put that out there. Darkest put it out there with he had Flying Rich on earlier today. Look, there's going to be fighting coming at some point. Right now, there really isn't. So enjoy the time where there's no fighting, there's no real warfare, and you can go out and enjoy things. Enjoy that fucking time. Because you don't know how long you have it. until it's gone. Right? Exactly what Bob said. Amen. Enjoy. So just take it when you can get it, because it ain't always here. That, I think I could leave you with that at least. Take the time that you have here, the finite time that you have, the finite time that is spending here to talk to you assholes. I enjoy that and I cherish it. Because you take the time to actually tune in here. Whether it's live, whether it's afterwards, or whatever the hell is in between. That is time that you choose. Okay? That's a question and we're out of here. It's where you choose to spend your time. Thank you for choosing to spend the time here with me. Really appreciate that. Hopefully I make it worth it to you. Freedom ain't free, is it, brother? No. With freedom comes responsibility. Just like all actions. Freedom, all that does is open up actions that you could take in pretty much any direction. The responsibility that comes with that. That's what most people are afraid of. That's what Bull Rusher brought up before. People are afraid of freedom. They're not afraid of freedom. They're afraid of the responsibilities that comes with the choices that you use said freedom to make. That's just my particular stance as far as that goes. But hey, we're in the freest country in the world. Why don't we start fucking acting like it? So you fuckers go enjoy your freedom. I'm going to go and at least try to do it. I'll at least do recon as far as that goes. And maybe I'll be right back here and reporting about that. Who knows? That happened last year. That might happen this year. So we'll see. All of you guys, all the people who are listening here, whatever channel you come from, or maybe you just found me here randomly. Thank you for tuning in at any rate. Thank you guys for being here. You're taking your precious time and you're listening to this channel for whatever reason. I appreciate it either way. Okay. All right. Last comment. Bob is still here. Freedom has a heavy price and many nightmares. Yes, it does. Again, freedom comes with responsibility. That line from Uncle Ben and Spider-Man, the original one, and from the comic and all that other stuff. No truer words have ever been spoken, at least as far as that goes. All right, this has been the closing hour. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, stay dangerous, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.